Hey guys, we are back. Welcome back. It's a Wednesday, so that's three Wednesdays in a row now.
Yeah.
No doctor's appointments or anything to screw everything up.
No, but
So
I
we're
I got
good, huh?
yeah, I gotta tell you, Bobby, I can't see anything but a black screen.
Oh, really? Oh,
I can
well.
see us down in the bottom.
Okay. All
There it
right.
goes. Now I can
All
see.
right.
Hi, everybody.
Well, so today is all about readings. So reading requests come in a number of different ways. First of all, we're going to show you a mini read Sherry did for one of our viewers, Rebecca, been a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
where she touches on Archangel Angel Raphael and angel cards. You talk about those a little bit. Then we're going to dive into what we're now calling Sherry's mailbag, um, where she'll address some of the emails we've gotten here in the past. There are people that have sent emails requesting reads.
Hmm.
And we have one person with a question. Uh, so we're going to talk about those, see if you can do some readings through email. Do a little bit of alphabet messages today for everybody. Sherry's going to provide spiritual advice for everybody that's watching today or recorded in the future. And then finally, Sherry's going to do some readings for people that are online right now that want a reading. They post their requests there in the chat. If you have a question, you can do that. We can talk about that too. So we're going to do all readings today. No topics, no guests, no videos, no nothing. It's just you and the readings.
Yeah.
fun,
We like to
fun.
we switch things up, so
Yeah.
never know what we're gonna
Well,
do.
you know what? It's fun to uh, vary things up.
Right. Hi,
Kathy,
Kathy.
welcome back.
Yeah.
Um, so, how was the week last week, Sherry? Everything go okay? I know you had a lot of your grandkids over to spend the night. Ooh, you
We
got a
we
lot
have
of.
we have slumber parties and it sometimes it'll be 7 of them come and spend the night, sometimes 6. This last time, they've been coming every other weekend, so we only had 5. So I kept doing a head count. I kept thinking, "Hey, somebody's missing here," you know?
Yeah,
Um, and they
gee,
range from, 4 months to 19 years old.
quite
So,
a gap,
yeah.
quite a range. So,
It's fun, though. It really is fun when
uh,
they come, so
I'm a little too old for that nowadays.
eh.
I go to bed at 10, so that's not going to work for me.
Normally I do too, but
Yeah.
it's a funny thing. I try to rest before they get here because I try to stay up as long as I can. I don't want to be a party pooper.
Yeah.
But I can stay up till midnight or 1 sometimes. That's pushing it.
Well, you need
I
a lot of
know.
coffee from me.
Yeah. So,
Jasmine, welcome. Why don't we go ahead before we do the mini read? Why don't we go ahead and Sherry, can you uh, see what Jasmine Q
okay,
has?
let me just scan here just a minute and see what your spirit team is saying. Um, One thing that they're talking about with you is to write things down, uh, almost like what Bobby and I were talking about before the show. Write down little sticky notes or things that you have to do because it feels like you're going to have a lot of things that need to be taken care of, and it's just going to overwhelm you and you're going to feel stressed out. So they're just saying, make a little list. Anytime you think about something, oh, write it down, even if it's something not that big of a deal. Just write it down. And then at the end of the day, mark them off. And then you'll feel good about yourself because they said if you don't, you're going to feel like you're under a lot of pressure because there's going to be a lot of little things that need to be taken care of here in the
Yeah.
next couple of weeks. So,
I'm the king of lists. I have lists. Here's my list for around the house. Here's my list for my digital stuff. So I have two separate lists.
yeah, I have lists too. I have so many lists that I don't even pay attention to them anymore. So now I'm going to have like neon lights or something.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Jasmine. Hope that helped. Kathy.
All right.
Sure.
Hi, Kathy. Let's get into your energetic field here just a bit. One thing that your team is talking about is, I don't know if you've ever tried to do any type of animal communication, but if not, they're saying this would be a wonderful opportunity for you to be able to work with animals. It doesn't have to be cats and dogs. They even showed me horses, or it can be outside critters. One way that you can do, which is kind of fun, if you're sitting outside and you see a bird or a squirrel, use telepathy and say, hey, if it's a squirrel, jump off the fence and come closer to me, and then see if they do that. Animals are that's how they communicate. So that's what's coming up for you, is try working with animal communication. If you want to. Not everybody wants to tap into their psychic abilities, but they said you would be very good at that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jasmine, you are welcome.
You're welcome.
Chris, welcome to the show. He didn't specifically request a reading, but you have anything you share with him?
Yeah, let's see what we've got going on here. One thing that Spirit, the minute that you said his name, Spirit showed me your energy or your aura really going out there. They're not showing me what it was like before. I don't know if you were an introvert, but what they're saying is you could be an extrovert, but they're just saying your energy is really going out there. Your aura is going out there. So you're going to start to attract, people are going to start to come up to you more so than normal, because they like your energy, because it's really, it's starting to glow around you, is what they're saying.
Okay. Chris actually is short for Christina, and she's from London. So welcome to the show.
Welcome from far, far away. We're in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we go ahead and get to this mini read here? And while we're watching this, if anybody comes on, wants a question answered or a reading, just put it in the chat session. And then after the mini read is over, we'll address those. Okay. So this is a mini read that Shari did with Rebecca a few weeks ago. In this reading, Shari brings forth Archangel Raphael and discusses some of Rebecca's emotional roller coaster that she deals with and her sister's health issues. So let's take a listen to this.
Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
I'm good, Shari. How are you?
I am great. Thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Let me just scan your energetic field here just a bit. One thing that your spirit team is showing me is when somebody gets married, how they have a little flower girl and she kind of throws the flowers to the side. They said you've done that your whole life, like you just spread seeds of happiness to people, maybe even strangers, just little gestures or things that you do. We don't think that you realize how many times that you have made somebody's day just by giving them a little tiny bit of attention. And you have done that throughout the years. But you have also pulled in, when we go through your timeline, it feels like you've pulled in a lot of sadness from people too. Takes me right into the heart and then down into your stomach, which tells me you're very empathic. And not only can you feel sorry for people, but you can feel how they feel. And you're really good at trying to help people. You're a wonderful listener, but in the meantime, while you're doing that, you soak up some of their energy, and we don't know if you realize that you do that. Mm-hmm. And do you do any type of where you release energy?
I try to, yeah. I've gone through phases where I do it more than others. Like I used to practice decording a little bit.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll go, like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect. We would suggest that you kind of do it, even if you feel it or not, because sometimes you can get little latch-ons because your energy is really out there. We love it. The light is bright, so you'll attract more of a lot of things, entities or things of that nature, just like I do. And so kind of release every day, make the intention to just clear your energetic field. I know you said you have a dog, but we do love animals for you. And yeah, the little furry friends, because you're such a wonderful animal communicator, not only with the domesticated animals, but also outside. The more that you, of course, you know, the more you go outside, the better off you're going to feel.
Yeah.
We are also seeing like a roller coaster for you. I don't know if you've been going through an emotional time lately, but they just show me a roller coaster. And it's funny because they say sometimes, you know, you might be having a bad day and nothing will change. And then you get up and you feel better the next day, even if the situation hasn't changed. So that right there tells us that there is still more clearing work that needs to be done, because some of these are just stuffed emotions of other people's and things of this nature that are coming out that want to be released. Now, we do also see things outside of you in the situation around you or people around you, loved ones, maybe even in your life as well. There's just situations that you just can't control. And your spirit team is saying kind of try to roll with the changes. Try to, when something doesn't turn out the way that you think it should, just try to ask your spirit team, what am I supposed to learn here? And just try to, I almost want to say surrender. Instead of beating your head up against the wall, because it feels like you do that a lot when things don't go your way. And not that you're broken. I mean, we all do that. But they're just saying, sometimes just surrender and think. Sometimes I tell myself, you know, when things don't go, and I say, oh, well, who cares? Whatever, who cares? And when you do that, something happens to where you let go of that grip of the outcome. And then things will just kind of wiggle its way out, almost like a splinter in your finger. You know how you'll get a splinter and sometimes you don't do anything, it'll just kind of come out on its own? That's kind of what they're saying to you, is you're going to be tested a lot here in the next maybe 6 months of situations that come up that are out of your control. And it's almost like it's your higher self testing you to see how you're going to react to it. And that way it can give you a marker. And it's almost as if you really let it get its teeth into you, then it's going to hang on. But if you kind of almost surrender and say, just let it be, then it will kind of just go through you.
Right.
Are you, they just showed me cards. Do you do any kind of angel cards or tarot cards?
I do some. I haven't in a while. Actually, I did some angel cards. I have angel cards right over in my living room. Every now and then I'll pick one. But I haven't done tarot since COVID, honestly.
Okay. We like the angel cards for you. Because the minute I said that, I can see a beautiful halo around your head. And it feels like, do you ever work with the Archangel Raphael?
Yeah, every night, actually.
Okay, because he is standing like right behind you. Gosh, I almost want to cry. He's coming in and just really sending a lot of healing energy for you. I don't know if you've been asking for it or you need it, and it's on a lot of different levels.
Yeah, for me and for my sister's, she's having her 4th operation tomorrow morning. So I've been calling on him for her a lot, and then just for myself for different, things.
The minute you said that, they're saying, of course, you can do your own way, but we're just suggesting another way. Envision her in a bubble in front of you. And have Archangel Raphael come in with you. He's the master healer, as you know. And envision him working on her, and then envision her perfect and her health as well. Getting back real quick here to the angel cards. he really wants to work with you
Mm-hmm.
and really hone in on your healing. And he's just saying pull a card every day, or you can even do it for your animals. Pull them for your little furry friends, and then ask him to give healing or to give you messages on how to heal, because he's wanting to train you to really open up your healing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily have to be Reiki. Reiki is such a big thing. Everybody's a Reiki master,
Right.
like everywhere, a dime a dozen. And not that that's a bad thing. There's wonderful Reiki healers, but they're saying that you can also heal in your own different kind of way, because you don't like to be a cookie cutter. You don't like to be a follower. You like to be a leader. And you want to come up maybe with your own kind of healing modality. Of course, you can pray for people, but they're just saying Archangel Raphael really wants to come in and work with you to really, every time I say that, my hands start to tingle, and almost like I can feel the energy coming out of my hands. So that's something that you can work with. Another thing now that your team is kind of throwing me into, we are seeing little fairies, sprites and gnomes, of course, getting outside the best that you can. The more that you get your feet or your hands in the dirt,
Mm-hmm.
the more grounded you're going to feel. Because sometimes the breath is very shallow, and if you can't get outside, then work on your breath. They also like a little bit of yoga. I don't know if you do any type of stretching.
I do stretching, but I'm not into yoga necessarily, but I will do sort of yogic poses, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That to me is yoga. Anything
mm-hmm.
that is just bending to me is yoga, because I don't do yoga either. But they're saying that's wonderful too, to kind of get the energy going through you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no doctor, but I am very drawn down your back a little
Mm-hmm.
bit, and down in your spine. And again, I'm no doctor. It's nothing physical. It just feels like stuck energy that's there.
Mm-hmm.
And it might even hinder into your hips a bit. So maybe just kind of work on the breath and the stretching. They said that will kind of release some of that stuck energy.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that, what we see, could be there way back even from childhood.
Well, probably. I mean, I've got like a little scoliosis, but I have something multifocal motor neuropathy. But I took a bunch of walks the other day, and then I did these 2 ballet moves since I used to do ballet. And when I got to the left side where I'm affected, my back went on me. And I'm like, so now I'm a little stiff from it. That might be what you're picking up on. And I should probably do like the baby pose or something.
Yeah,
just to stretch that. It's a lumbar, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, combine that maybe with a little bit of, I'm sure you've done probably inner child work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe kind of combine that, because it feels like there's a couple of stones that have not been turned over yet. That saying, don't leave a stone left unturned or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like there's a couple of things that maybe you might want to go back and revisit. Might be, this kind of just came in very quickly. Might not have to do with the parents. It might have to do with uncles or maybe an extended family member.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the immediate family. Sometimes we can create personas by just something that someone says that really affects us in a wrong way or a right way, but usually it's in a negative way. And then we create personas. I call them like little Play-Doh people. Every time somebody says something to us, we take another little piece of Play-Doh and stick it on. And,
Mm-hmm.
Teacher says this and that. And then here we are little Play-Doh person, and that's who we think we are when we're an adult. But a lot of that is not real. It's just what we think is real in our mind. That's why people do the inner child work, is to try to get all that Play-Doh away and get to the true you. You have really come a long way. They say with your spiritual work, because I don't know, I'm almost getting the feeling that nobody led you. You kind of found your own way in spirituality. Does that make sense? And they're just saying that's the way you like to roll. Again, we're going to reiterate, you're not a cookie cutter. You like to be the leader. And Archangel Raphael would really like to work with you, coming up with some type of a healing modality, and it's not Reiki. And it doesn't mean that you'll be out on a big platform. Maybe it does. We don't know. They're not showing us that right now. But there is a part of you that loves to serve people. Is that correct?
Yeah, and animals. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we kind of like you serving animals more than humans. Not that you don't like humans, but we really like animals for you. And again, it doesn't have to just be the cats and the dogs. We saw squirrels for you, all of this coming in, and they're going to be really big messengers. You're going to find that it's, Irene says, almost creepy that if you go outside, animals are, all of these little critters are just going to be almost attracted to you like a magnet. And the more that they do that, the more that you'll start to communicate with them with your telepathy. Do you do that now?
Oh, I try to, or fancy that I can, but I mean, I've got some good birds here. Like this morning, or was it yesterday morning, 2 mockingbirds came literally this far from my face, chasing each other. They kind of fight a lot, it seems, or they're courting, I don't know, but they were boom, right here. And then I've got this robin that really loves me, and I'll talk to him, and he's like, But I can't seem to make a crow friend. I'm trying to get a crow over here, but
well, what you do is when one of your little furry friends or feathered friends come up to you, use your telepathy and say, "Oh, will you fly to the left, or fly to the right, or whatever," and see if they do that, because they that's how they communicate, is through telepathy. And when you do it, when you try to connect with them, don't use your words, although of course you're going to use your words, but try to send pictures.
Right, that's hard to do, I think, but
well, yeah, you could just throw the word left. They pick up on the pictures as well.
All right.
Gosh, that music was very soothing. I was like rocking.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? This is funny. I think a read that I gave for one of our comments earlier had something to do with using telepathy with little critters. I didn't know what reading. We had done this reading. It seemed like a long time ago. I don't even remember doing it. I kind of remember it, but vaguely. So, wow, there you go.
All right. Kathy had a question. Can you tell me, have I been going through a lot of negative stuff? Is this season about over? What do you think?
Okay, let's see what we've got here. The picture I'm getting is on The Price is Right. I don't know if anybody ever watches that, where a little guy goes up skiing up the mountain, and they're showing me that you're almost to the top of the mountain, which tells me that the worst part is over. And now they're showing me like a cloud where there's still a little bit of dark cloud hovering over you. One thing though, they're saying is this is a good time for you to reflect, because it just feels like that there is some things that you can go back and learn from. And some of the things you might be going through might have circled back around. So it might be a same situation, maybe with a different person or something. They're just saying that there's a lot of things that can be learned, and keep in mind, nothing happens to you, it happens for you. So.
Okay. I hope that helped. Jasmine has a question here, and then Crystal, we'll get your request here for a reading in a second. But Jasmine wants to know, how do we know when our guides are communicating with us?
Okay, that is a loaded question because that first of all, it takes some doing, and you've got to practice with working with your guides. Then you get the evidence, you get confirmation. That's how you're going to know. When they first start out, sometimes, an example, you might overhear the same conversation, but with different people. It'll be synchronicities that will come in. You might find a dime. Here's another dime on the floor. Wait, that's a weird place for a dime or a penny. They'll show you the same things over and over and over. And again, you'll just know that the synchronicities, that's how you know when your guides are trying to communicate with you. And just to put a plug in, I do have the training series that teaches you how to connect with your spirit team. We've already got 2 of them out there. So if you're wanting to work, it sounds like you're wanting to work with your guides, this would be perfect for you. Go back to our YouTube, and it's going to be quite a long series. We're going to put out new shows every other week. So.
Yeah, I know they can communicate in so many different ways. I would see the number 11
Yep.
a lot. That's supposed to mean something. I'm not sure what, but I would see that a lot. And I've heard instances
Dream.
where people, dreams,
Mm-hmm.
they would like be driving down the road, and they would actually hear somebody say, "Stop," stop the car. And it would freak the person out so much they actually stopped the car. But then they realized if they'd have gone through this intersection, there was a car that ran the red light through the intersection, would have killed them probably.
Right. That's
So,
so many things are coming up as you're talking.
yeah.
Gosh, they just go right through
So
me.
we
But
could
yeah,
talk about this one for an hour.
I know there are just a lot of ways. And one thing too, I just want to say, when our mom died, when I was driving, I'm not kidding you, I couldn't tell you how many times I would look at the car or be in the grocery store. I would swear it would be mom. It would look just like her.
Yeah.
So they'll find a way if you're open, and the way to make it even better is to start asking them, "Hey, show me a sign you're here."
A lot of people just kind of blow it off as a coincidence,
Right.
but there really isn't any coincidence.
Right.
So, all right. Great question, Jasmine. Crystal, what can I expect with my XN? I assume that's the first initial of the name. Will we talk soon about our situation?
I find it funny you didn't say hi, ladies, on her thing.
Oh,
I think she wrote
lady.
ladies because of when I was given the reading. She thought maybe that we were.
Ah,
I think
that's
that's what it
funny.
was. Yeah. What can I expect? Okay. First thing, that when I tap into your energetic field, one thing that your spirit team is saying is, don't assume that he knows how you feel. Make it perfectly clear with your words how you feel. Um, and also, they're saying give him an opportunity. Maybe don't put words into his mouth, but give him the opportunity for a rebuttal, or to come back and tell you how he feels. Because something here, they're showing me that a lot of times you guys might miscommunicate because either you or him or both of you assume that you know what the other person is feeling. And that is what we're picking up on.
Okay. We assume N means is a male, but you never know.
Yeah, I always think like girls and boys, but there's so many, same-sex marriages and
Oh,
things of this
right. Yeah.
nature.
Chris, I'm glad you liked it.
Nice.
Kathy, glad you liked that. Jasmine, she sees a lot of angel numbers repeatedly. She doesn't know what it means.
Okay. I am not a numerologist, so I don't know what all of the numbers mean as well. A few that stand out for me, and one thing that you can do is Google the spiritual meaning of numbers, but it has to be the spiritual meaning. For me, if I see 555, to me, that is the God number. And I know that God or the angels are around me. If I see 222 or whatever, that is my way of spirit saying, hey, you got a choice. Is it this or that? What are you going to do?
Okay.
If I see fours, fours are foundation for me. We're starting from scratch. So there's a lot of them. So, and again, if you see 1 1, is a master number, but if you see 1 1 1, that's even a bigger of a master number. So when you're seeing three of the same number, it kind of
When I was seeing my 11s,
Mhm.
I went and I had to get a new tire for my daughter's car, flat tire or whatever. And I went to pay for it. Uh, the cashier told me it was $111.11.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. See, again, no synchronicities. The minute you
Oh,
said
yeah.
that, what came up is that it's almost like that. I want to say like there's angels, protectors protecting her car.
Yeah.
Um,
Could be.
and I know you've had accidents or little mishaps in her car more than once, but it's
Twice. That was
right,
it. I mean, really small little
right.
thing.
And that's what I'm saying. Little small things.
Yeah.
Maybe it could have been bigger.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
So, all right. Why don't we get into your mailbag a little bit? Here, we've got
Okay.
the people. So we're going to do this as we get emails that come in from Shari. As you know, we're on a number of different platforms. You can see the icons on the bottom right-hand side there: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Rumble. We're on all of those, and all of those platforms have a means of being able to communicate with Shari. And we'll monitor those for any DMs that people have. But our preferred method for your communication is through email. Bottom right hand corner again, sherryklein11 at gmail.com. If you have a question, if you have a thought, if you want a reading. I mean, I've got 4 people here that want a reading for Shari, and they just emailed me. I mean, that's another way that we can get the request to Shari to get your reading. You can come on live. We'd love for you to come live, but some people don't want to do that. I mean, um, some people want to be really, really anonymous and send us an
Yeah.
email. I'm just going to give first names. You know everything else. Um, but if that's what you want to do, I mean, you can volunteer for a mini read. Send an email to Sherry Klein 11. Say you'd like a mini read. You're okay with going on YouTube. We'll do that. Come on live here. Type something in the comment section. We'll get you a reading. Send an email. We'll get you a reading too. So a number of different ways that you can get readings from Sherry, and they're free. They're short, kind of mini readings. I mean, if you want the full blown version, you go to psychicshari.com, the schedule now button. You've got 20 and 30-minute readings that you can book where it's personal. Shari gets into much more detail with you. But these short mini reads, they're free. I know some psychics on some other live streams, they like to charge people to give a reading. We're not going to do that.
Right.
I mean, we're here. We're doing this to help people, and
Right.
we're not here to get rich. obviously.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we've been only doing this for like 6 months. You know, if we've been
Right.
doing this for a few years, I mean, we'll have more than 40 people watching the show, I think,
Right.
after 2 years.
Right.
But for right now, it's very small. Uh, we're doing this just to have fun and to help people, and so we're not looking to make tons of money off of this.
Right.
So, however way you want to do that, that's good.
Right.
So let's get into your mailbag. Bag. We have a question here. I'll do the question first.
Okay.
From Todd Robert, 2 first names. There's no comma in between, so I assume it's Todd's the first name instead of Todd, comma Robert.
Right.
I'll say Todd. Hi, Ms. Shari. I've been lucky to have a couple of readings from you now and value your energy and knowledge of spirituality. I wondered if you had any guidance on chakra cleansing. What can you tell us about chakra cleansing?
Yeah. One thing, and this is speaking of synchronicities, I just listened to something. You know, we pronounce it chakra. It's really chakra. Did you know that?
Chakra.
Like a chalkboard.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And I had heard that before. I've heard that several times, but everybody calls it chakra, but it's really chakra. So, with that being said, there's a lot of different ways to cleanse it. Um, One thing too, cleansing it, and one thing that's coming up is we want to make sure most people only work with the 7 main chakras, but there are more. We have chakras in our hands, our feet, the back of our neck, but we're talking about the 7 main ones. One thing I kind of like in the shower or something, just take your hand. You don't even have to be in the shower. Go like this and then go down to the third eye, then go to the throat. But see how you always want to go in the same direction and the same size. I kind of like to do like a bowling ball size, same direction. And then I go like this when I'm done and kind of throw it down. That kind of gets them all spinning the right way. There are also each chakra has colors associated with it. So you can get on, and I haven't posted mine yet, but it's in the works of on our platform of a way to cleanse it. You can get on, there's plenty meditations on YouTube where you can envision each chakra, the color of it. And let's say the color is supposed to be yellow. Make sure that it's a really bright yellow and not a muddy yellow. Just, it's all about your intention and it's all about your imagination. So you can blow it out, like blow it out your throat chakra in the color, and then envision it a beautiful color. Go down to each one. Don't just blow it out the front too. Go blow out the back. So there's like I said, a lot of different meditations that you can do. It's really all about your intention. But again, we do like for them all. Another way to make sure that they're all going in the same way is if you have another person with you, you can lie down and then have them take just a necklace with a pendant or anything, kind of hold over each chakra, and the pendant will start going by itself. And I have seen this so many times. Sometimes it'll go swing the other way and you're like, oh no, and then make it all go the same way and then go down through the next one. That's kind of fun for 2 people to do. So there's just a variety of things to do, but yeah, that is what's coming up.
How many chakras are there? 7? Are there more?
There's more. People work with the main, the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart. There's main 7. But there are hand chakras, there's in the feet. I know there's one in the back small of your neck. I call that the mouth of God. I don't know how many, honestly, there are. I never, I dabbled in with the chakras, but not to the extent to where, honestly, I don't know how many there are. But I do know there's more than
7 main ones, right? Okay.
Right.
All right. And so we will have a future training video about chakras.
Right. That will go in on our psychic skills for beginners.
Right.
That's going to be in that class.
Okay. All right. So we've got some names here of people that sent an email, wanted a reading. So hopefully they're listening or watching this either live or in the future, pre-recorded. First name is Lisa. What do you have for Lisa?
Okay, let's get into the energetic field here just a bit. One thing that they're showing me with her is that her smile kind of goes into a frown. And they're saying for her, fake it until you make it. Make yourself smile, even if you don't want to. And that way, it will change the energy of people that she comes in contact with. And they will be more friendly, I guess I want to say, or more open towards her than if she's got a frown on her face. So it will boomerang back. If she's walking around with the frown, then that will boomerang back from other people.
Interesting.
So that's her little message.
Okay. Next up, a lot of ladies. Sheila.
One thing that we're picking up for Sheila, and what I do, I know a lot of people are like, well, there's a lot of different Sheilas. There's a lot of different Lisas. I pick up on the energy of with you reading it, you're picking up on the energy of the email. So then that's how I pick up on the energy.
Yeah. And you've seen the emails too. So, I mean,
right.
You can pick up energy just
it's
through.
Just like on the comments.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get into Sheila's here just a bit. One thing that they're talking about is take deep breaths, because we feel like that you are stepping into a lot of anxiety. A lot of these things that are happening are outside of you, and some of them you cannot change. They're just saying, I guess they're saying, take it the best that you can, because there might be a situation or two that might really feel overwhelming. They're just saying, take it one day at a time, one step at a time. They're showing me little stepping stones, and they're just saying, take baby steps and breathe. Make sure you breathe and then regroup. It doesn't matter how many times during the day you have to do that, but they're just saying that will help you to get through some of these tough periods.
Okay. Next up, we have Mark.
All right, Mark. A man. Yay.
Yeah. Wow.
One thing, the minute that when I read the email, they showed me him bending backwards. And that can be for a lot of things, but with your spirit team, they're showing me that it feels like in your mind, you feel like you always have to go above and beyond the call of duty for other people. Because you feel like if you don't, that they won't like you. So of course, we've talked about this, where you've created personas when you were young enough, something happened to you where you don't feel good enough. So you feel like you got to really go above and beyond. Your spirit team is saying you don't have to. Stand up straight is what they're saying. And you'll find that people not only will still like you, but maybe even more people will come in out of the woodwork. They said you'll just have a lot of new friends are coming in for you, or acquaintances are coming in for you. So,
all right, good for him. We got one more.
Okay.
Emma.
Okay.
What do you see for Emma?
All right, let's see. The minute I said that, I felt like I was trying to take a deep breath, almost like a panic attack. And I have had panic attacks before, and they're not fun. You really feel like you're having a heart attack. And again, it's talking about the anxiety. And again, we're no doctor, but they're saying stay off of the internet and don't be Googling what is wrong with me. I do that, and I can come up with it. Then I'm really having a meltdown because I got 1,000 things wrong with me. They're saying stay off of social media. your best bet would be to go seek maybe medical attention if you feel like you need to, because that will calm your mind, because you're a really good manifester. But we do feel like almost like a lot of anxiety, almost like on the verge of a panic attack. So they're saying one thing too, exercise would be really good for you. Any type, whatever it is you like to do. If you like to even play ping pong, that's so funny. That just came from nowhere. I was
Really?
going to say riding bicycles, but you know, even when you're playing ping pong, that's a lot of movement, or tennis or anything of that nature. I guess they call it table tennis now. So that's what they're saying. Get some exercise, and that kind of stay busy a little bit and stay off the internet.
Yeah. I know for people that tend to panic over that, that's very important.
Yeah,
Like I've done that sometimes too. I get an ache and pain here, so let me go on WebMD and type in my symptoms.
Yep.
Oh my God, cancer!
I know it, and it could be, but a lot of times
It
one
hasn't been
thing,
yet.
right? One thing could be 12 different other things.
Oh,
So,
I know. So,
yeah.
all right. Why don't we do some alphabet messages?
All right.
Let's do a little bit of that. I think we've got everybody that have wanted a reading. We've got them read.
Okay.
So now we're going to do some alphabet messages for all of you. Sherry's going to provide a spiritual message to everyone, either listening to the show live right now or watching through a pre-recorded video in the future. It'll work either way. Everyone watching the show right now needs to select a letter. Okay, it's either going to be A, B, or C. Don't think about it. You start to think about it, then it comes from your mind, and we want it to come from spirit. All right. So whatever immediately popped into your head when I first said to pick a letter, that is your letter. Okay. So now Sherry is going to give us a special message based upon the letter that we chose. Sherry, you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Hi, everybody. If you chose letter A, Spirit is coming in and they're telling you, take time to smell the roses. It's time for you to slow down, not only your physical body, but maybe your mental body as well. Because if you don't, they're going to give you little nudges to try to slow you down. And if you don't, they'll see to it that you do slow down. You might get sick. You might catch a cold. Oh, you might twist an ankle. So, and they're also saying when you slow down, you won't make as many mistakes, because you might find yourself, oh, I forgot to do that. Or, oh, I thought I did that. An example, I left the other morning. I didn't shut the stove off. I made myself some breakfast, and my husband was home. So thank God, because my stove would have been on all day. So that's what they're saying. Take time to smell the roses and slow down. All right. So if you picked B, one thing they're talking about is watch your thoughts. You don't want to always be in the past, because if you are, then you're going to keep manifesting situations that you had in the past. A lot of times they're not going to be good, and it's either going to be with different people, but it'll be the same situation. They're wanting you to create and not recreate. So the way that you can do that is from the now, or throw your consciousness into the future. How do you want to look? If you want to lose weight, envision yourself and really try to use your imagination on, oh, this is what I want to look like. I want to be able to wear this outfit. So envision and really feel it. And that's what they're saying, is work on throwing your consciousness into or your thoughts into what it is that you want to create, and not what you don't want to. All right. If you picked C, Spirit says, be generous. Give money. Doesn't mean you got to give all your money away. If there's someone that you feel like could use something, maybe surprise somebody. If you're at a drive-through, maybe buy somebody's meal behind you. Little things. It doesn't have to be a lot. And if you don't have extra money, and that's fine, a lot of people don't, then you could give your time. Oh, I could come over and maybe cut your grass for free, or I could come over and help you wash your windows, or just spend time. Sometimes people just want to have conversation with people, just want somebody to hear them. So lend a helping ear. Even open doors for people. And somebody did that for me today. So just little things like that. And you will see it'll boomerang back to you. You know that saying, the more you give, the more you receive? They're not kidding. It really is. And it will come back to you in trifold, more than what you give. So even if it's compliments, and again, it doesn't have to be money. So that's what it is if you picked letter C. So there are your alphabet messages. I hope you guys liked them. Okay. Bobby, did you pick any?
I did. I actually did this time. Sometimes I forget because I've got so many different things I'm doing. I did pick A.
Oh, I was hoping you would pick C, and I'd be like, hey, you can Venmo me some money.
No, I picked A, and it probably appropriate too, because, you know, I'm doing a lot for this show, all the different videos that I've got to like produce and all that. Yeah. And I have my new YouTube channel that I'm getting off the ground right now. I've got 3 videos out there. A 4th one will drop tomorrow. Trying to get that up to speed. You know, it's a very small viewership, subscriber base, but you know, working hard.
I tell you what.
So there's a lot of things I'm doing. I retired a year ago, and I'm working harder now than I did when
I know you are, because every time that I call Bobby, it's always backwards. Every time I call him, I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm on the computer. And I'm like, how can you stay?
I know. You cut out here just a bit. All right, you're frozen a little bit. So we'll go ahead and talk about Jasmine. Resonated so much for her. Oh, you're back.
That is so funny, because I said, oh, Bobby lost his connection because it just cut out.
No, I thought it was you. I've been here all the time. You again. There's something about the electronics in your house. Maybe it's the spirits.
Yeah.
Playing with you. Mm-hmm. So Jasmine, she picked B, I think. So I think she liked that pretty well. Christine from London, I believe. Do you see anything from spirits on my granddaughter Zoe? She's really struggling with this world.
Okay. The minute, because I love spirit, man, they drop everything right in my head. One thing that they're showing me with your little granddaughter is that she's highly sensitive and highly intuitive. These children can really struggle more than anybody. Do things if you can, if the parents will allow you, have her work with energy. I don't know how old she is, and it doesn't matter, because even if she could be, they're not really showing me, she could be little tiny, or she could be in her 20s. Do energy. And this is good for everybody to do. When you're having a bad day, or you're angry, or you're just struggling, just go like this, rub your hands together and pull them out, and then just act like, and then you can feel it like you're building an energetic ball. I can feel it like my hands are starting to tingle. Throw all your energy, and again, it's childlike imagination. Use your imagination that you're throwing all of your anger or all of your stress out the palms of your hand, and it's going into this energetic, 9 years old, so perfect. That's perfect for a 9-year-old. Do it together like this. I've got the ball, and then you can put your hands around it and throw it up to the heavens, throw it up to God and say, here, take it. Take it. I can't do it anymore. You can do this in the car. If she comes home from school and she's crying or has a bad day, do it. Let's do some energy work. So that's what we say, what we pick up on her.
Maybe a little meditation too.
Yeah, I got to tell you that, and I was going to end with that, but I don't know if she's ever talked about seeing spirits, um, because we are seeing spirits around her. Of course, they're everywhere, but she may either feel spirits or sees them. And if so, then you can start working with her different ways to deal with that as well.
Okay. So that's a different kind of clairs that we talked in your psychic skills class, right?
Right. Yeah.
Clairvoyant, clairaudient,
Mm-hmm.
clair clair empath, where she can feel different
Yeah.
things.
Clairgnostic, uh,
Clairgnostic.
claircognizance. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
so she might see things actually. So
Mm,
I don't know.
okay. Wow. All right. Joni, welcome to the show. Does Spirit have a message for me today? She heard a bell ring this afternoon where there was no bell.
I love when stuff like that happens. Thank you, Irene. Irene's my joy guide. The minute I read that, I could hear her spirit, Joni's spirit team saying, school's in session. In other words, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And you know how in the old school where they would ring a bell? Um, that's kind of what spirit's showing me. So they're saying, work with opening up more and more and more of your intuition. Regardless, you might already be doing that. If you are, it's spirit's going to give you different ways, more concrete ways, or maybe open up your different clairs.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that helps. Chris, you are welcome. Census things. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Jasmine, does she have any psychic abilities? I know we all do, right?
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Some people, I'm going to say that the children that come in now are a lot more intuitive than of our generation. Not that there weren't some that come in. Most people have to work on it. Everybody has psychic abilities. It depends on um, how bad you want to master them. And again, it's like a job. It's just like anything else. You can't go to the gym and lift weights one time and have big muscles. You've got to work at it. And again, I hate to keep pounding this in, but I am starting a psychic training
Yeah.
class. It's already 2 of them out there. So
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Joni, wasn't expecting that. The bell, the class in session.
yeah.
Interesting. All right. Good. I think we're caught up, everybody. Um, uh, Chris, her granddaughter just wanted to help her, but don't know how. All they do now is want to put labels on her.
Oh, I
And a
know
lot of
about
people do
that.
that. A lot of people want to give them drugs too, right?
Right. They're either, they're autistic or they're ADHD. A lot of times, autistic children might go like this. It's because they're waving the energy away from them because they can feel it
Yeah.
coming in all around them. And they don't know any better. A lot of them, and I know what that means. My oldest boy had ADHD, and he got to be on Ritalin, get it because they want to dumb him down because they, didn't want to deal with him. He's 40
Yeah.
years old now, and he's very good at multitasking, I might say. He's got 6 children. Need I say more? But sometimes that ADHD, sometimes they can grow up and be really, good at a lot of things at once.
Yeah, I know when Keely, my daughter, was in kindergarten, they said she had ADHD. They wanted to put her on drugs. And we
Yeah.
said, no, forget it. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Um, she did well in school. She's doing great in her job. Very detail oriented job where you really need to go, do analysis and things like that.
Yeah.
Very good at that. So, I mean, I'm glad we made the right decision to go against the teachers and the
Yeah.
doctors and different things like
Well,
that. I
as
mean,
you
for
know,
people, maybe it's appropriate, but for a lot of people, it really it isn't.
right. I mean, in my case, definitely I had no choice, but it doesn't mean they're on it forever.
Right,
Mine
right. Well, yeah.
grew out of it, kind of. So,
Hmm. So, okay, good discussion.
yeah.
While we have a lull here, just wanted to, and we past our 1 hour self-imposed limit, but we'll keep going a little bit.
Okay.
So we had some good discussion here back and forth. Just want to remind everybody, next week's going to be a little different. In the
Really?
share, we do all readings today.
Uh-huh.
Next week, we're going to do readings. We will have a guest come in. We're going to delve into the paranormal a little bit. We're going to have our sister Debbie on the show as well. Currently booked. Let's hope she shows up.
Yeah.
um, we grew up in a very unique house, you would say.
To say
Haunted
the
house.
least.
Some people call it haunted.
Hmm.
When I think of haunted house, I think of like scary ghosts. These entities, these spirits weren't necessarily scary, but if you didn't know what was happening, maybe you scared the crap out of you at the time.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through that. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Some of your experiences, Shari. Debbie had quite a bit. I didn't have as many, but I had a few. For me, I was pretty closed up, and I considered these as like, it's an old house. Old houses they creak, and there's noises and different things, and I'd hear things and just kind of blow it off, not really think about it like that. But now
You
that
know what?
yeah,
I,
yeah,
we've never talked about this. I mean, I can't wait to really hear what experiences you've had. You've heard a lot of mine.
yeah, yeah.
Well, don't tell me. I'm going to
I
be
don't.
surprised.
Yeah, I'll save them for next week.
Yeah, we got a lot of them, people.
Yeah,
Next week's going to be a good show.
yeah. But
And
we'll still do readings. So feel
yeah,
free to come. You want a reading? You throw something in the chat. If you want to like chat about your experiences, your ghost or paranormal experiences, that would be great too. That would be
I
fun.
I love to hear other people's experiences. I
Yeah,
mean, it's the sky's the limit
right.
on stories.
And you know what? Just so you know, we might talk a little bit about UFOs and aliens as well. Debbie has some special experience in that matter, shall we
Yeah.
say?
Yeah. Well, yeah, in our house too,
Yeah, I
we'll get
know.
into yeah, there's a lot.
We had quite an eclectic family growing up.
Yeah.
It was interesting. So we'll be sharing those with you next week.
Yeah, next week should be really fun, so.
Yeah, I think so. All right, I think that'll do it for this week. We're a little over our self-imposed time limit. Nobody's going to cut us off, but I mean, once we get over an hour, some people just kind of like lose interest. So anyway, thanks for um appearing on the show. Thanks for sharing your communication. Um, yeah, Three Eye Atlas, that should be fun too. We'll see what Debbie has to say about that. She's pretty plugged into a lot of people. The comment that a lot of people think is
Yeah.
an actual alien craft. So that should be fun.
Mhm.
Anyway, thanks. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to Rebecca for allowing us to see her read.
Yeah.
As always, if you have a topic you'd like to discuss or a question, or you like a reading, send an email to Sherry Klein 11 at
Yeah.
gmail.com. You got a number of different emails.
I know.
Sherry Klein 11 is the email address at Gmail. And we'll make that happen for you. Again, if you'd like to book your own private reading with Shari, go to psychicshari.com. Schedule now button, 20 and 30-minute readings for you. And as always, we will see you all on next week's show.
Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks.